Hi everyone, I'm Daniel, and we're here for an unboxing of the Feast of Hemlock Vale, the Investigator Expansion, the one with all of the player cards. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm not really good at opening these things, so pardon me while I do this. All right, here we go. It's coming apart. I really should have like a knife or something for this, but you know, it doesn't really matter. All right, let's take a look at the front and box art, by the way. So we've got some nice pictures of Alessandra. We've got Kohaku. We've got all kinds of information here. Cool. You've already seen it before, I'm sure. The side of the box is really nice. I really like the art there. You got the masks, well, at least one of them, the mouse mask. And the other side looks something like this. Is it the same as this art? It is the same as this art. Okay, let's get this thing open and see what is inside. Not much, right? These usually are going to contain, we've got some cards here. We'll open up and look at them. And then a bunch of cardboard. We do have something else there. What is this? This is, oh, I know what this is. Cardboard, gone. We have some more player cards. Very nice. I'll pay you back. Okay. And then there's some other stuff in here that I'm excited to look at. Oh, the mini cards. Mini cards for our investigators. There's Hank. We got Wilson. Okay. So first we can get rid of our box. There's nothing else in it. Okay, so we've got our Bless and Curse tokens that previously were seen in the Innsmouth Conspiracy. And here we see them again because we know there's a lot of Bless and Curse cards. However, you can see here we've got some dials put together. That's what this is for, right? If you've played Marvel Champions, you know all about the dials. Here's this side. It's going to help us keep track of how many Bless and Curse tokens are in the bag. Something important for Kohaku's signature card. So I'm going to get this opened up. Am I going to put this together on camera? I don't know. I'm not particularly good at putting those together. Okay, we've ripped this open. You can see that the cardboard Bless and Curse tokens are already starting to come out. I already have a bunch of Bless and Curse tokens. You're not allowed to have more than 10 a piece. Where are mine? I've got them around here. Yeah, I've got a bunch of tokens that are just over here in a little bin that I like to put if I'm not using them. But yeah, the Bless and Curse tokens you had before. Here are some extras if you already had Innsmouth. Yeah, let's see what this dial looks like. And there should be some instructions, I think, of how to put this together, although it's not that difficult. I do want to look at this. Look at this with you. Add on the back, of course. Yeah, okay, we got some instructions and some frequently asked questions on this side. We will look at those. Yeah, let's look at those together first before we dive into the tracker. I guess it doesn't tell us anything about how to put it together. So we've got Into the Woods. Some fear had been gathering in me, perhaps because of the strangeness of my heritage and the bleakness of the evening and the queerness of the silence in that aged town of curious customs. Okay, so we've got a cool little rabbit mask insignia for all of the cards here. We've got a bunch of instructions about the Bless and Curse tokens. That's not new. The tracker is new. So here, this expansion includes a tracker for tracking the number of Bless and Curse tokens in the Chaos bag at any given time. I think this is really neat, but you just have to not forget to do it, right? While playing with cards that add or remove Bless or Curse tokens, use the tracker by rotating the dials to reflect the current number of each of these in the Chaos bag. All right, we've got Elusive, a new keyword that appears on some enemies in this expansion. Elusive enemies represent enemies who want to avoid the investigators for their own survival or to accomplish their own goals. Nice catch-all there. If a ready enemy with the elusive keyword attacks or is attacked, after that attack resolves, that enemy immediately disengages from all investigators, moves to a connecting location with no investigators if able. Oh, I'm not sure I knew that part of the rule. and exhausts. Okay. This effect occurs whether the enemy was engaged with the attacking investigator or not. Yeah, I might have misplayed that when I've tried out some of the cards before, having it spawn on a location with another investigator. Okay, we got Bonded. Bonded is a keyword that previously was in the Circle Undone, as well as Dream Eaters. I'm not going to read it for you. We have some frequently asked questions. These are pretty important. As Kate, can I spend clues that I place on my assets? We'll look at Kate later. Yes, she controls all clues placed on assets she controls and may spend or remove those clues just like any other investigator, so you can drop them off of her, basically. And she can spend them. Okay. Alessandra Zorzi, when I resolve Beguile's parlay ability, would Well-Dressed gain an extra 3 wild icons if committed to investigate or evade action? Yes. So there's a couple cards here which I think is kind of new, to that the card itself is a type of action, and then it tells you to take another action basically during that event, so it's still another parlay. As Hank, can I trigger my reaction ability when an effect directly defeats me? Like everyone is defeated, or you play I'll See You in Hell, which is from Carcosa. No, it's only because of being defeated by damage or horde you go resolute. Trauma doesn't go to your resolute form. Movement, okay. We've got Replenish. We have the rules for Replenish, which we've had in the game for a while, but no specific rules. That's good. Do Bless and Curse count as tokens with a symbol? Yes, they are symbols. When swapping Eyes of Volusia with Blade of Yoth, does it briefly take up 2 arcane and 2 hand slots? No, it's simultaneous swapping. Okay. And the last one, the big one, can I use hand-eye coordination to resolve the double action ability on Microscope without spending any actions? No, it only allows you to bypass the first action cost, activate cost. When activating an ability onto a weapon, you still must pay any additional costs on that weapon. This is the same thing for Sledgehammer. I brought this up when I talked about this in my video when I spoiled Throw the Book at them. Got some expansion credits. Cool. You can see that MJ was still involved at this point for some of the player cards, at least. Very cool. And then thank you to all of the playtesters, some of whom I know, but I'm not one of them. So this is my first look at the campaign as well as the player cards, other than the fact that they've been spoiled for a few weeks now and we've seen a good chunk. All right, what about these things? I guess I can try to put them together and see how this looks. So we punch out these things. And then what do we do here? Okay, there's a little window here we have to punch out as well. Okay, and then presumably we'd just stick this in like so. So we need to take these things apart. We stick one in here, like this. It's a nice snug fit. Put this in this side. They didn't give you any instructions like they do in Marvel. I may have put this in backwards. Hopefully not. Okay, this seems to rotate okay. Get that nicely zoomed in for you. Okay, 10 bless tokens in. And then we do the same thing over here. Okay. And this should indicate how many there are in the bag. And you just rotate this just like in Marvel Champions when you put more in, or of course if you take them out. So the beginning of the scenario, always 0. Okay, neat. Again, your mileage may vary. Of course, it's just another thing to remember, but probably pretty neat. Let's look at the player cards. Get rid of this. we'll start with the Guardians, of course. And as usual, these just come in a bag, and you just get a chunk of cards. There they are. Get all the plastic away, all these other little bits away. All right. So we've seen everything, and I had a video earlier this week about all the cards, basically. But it's nice to not look at a crappy little scan, right? So we've got Wilson, his stuff. Got Kate Winthrop, again, the whole thing about her clues are put onto her assets, so she gets some bonuses with her flux stabilizer. It makes that happen. All right, really cool to see all of this stuff in person. Okay, failed experiment. We've got Alessandra. Very much looking forward to her. We got 3 copies of Beguile and Samakona. Koaku, who of course is the one who cares about all those bless and curse tokens. And then his Book of Living Myths as well, which this is why you need to know how many are in the bag, right? So search for the Chaos bag for a bless or curse token, whichever there are more of. So that tracker will help you out there. Okay. And Hank comes with his bonded card as well. So it's actually double-sided, right? So we've got this side that is his assistant side, and then the other side is his warden side, the real fighty one. And that's just the normal version. Okay, Stout-Hearted, really awesome card, right? Where's Pa? And then we go for the Guardian cards. We got 2 copies of Ancestral Token, Cleaning Kit. I'm going to go through these quick because you should be able to see these cards elsewhere. Go buy the set as well, Afuda. The Wolf Mask, I previewed this card as well. It's cool. It's really good. Absolution. Guided by Faith. Hold Up. Go a little closer to the camera. I think this card's really cool. I talked about this being something I'm excited to play with. I've already seen a little bit in action, and I think it's really good. Tinker. Purified. There's that dreaded hand-eye coordination card. I don't think there's anything different from what we've seen before. It's not like they changed the printing or something since we've been getting all these cards, but, you know, kind of fun just to go through and make a giant pile of... Okay, so yeah, there are 2 copies of Eyes of Elusia, right? Doesn't say limit 1 per deck, but 1 copy of Blade of Yoth, right? Because you can only have 1 of these in play. And then you swap it, and then they don't take up the extra slots. It's just you simultaneously go one to the other. Neat. Okay, some of the higher level cards. Miracle Wish, also again 2 copies, but 1 copy of Evanescent Ascension. All right, going on to the Seeker cards. Chemistry Set, Charles West, Microscope. These were all previewed last August, a long time ago. Mouse Mask. Then we've got 1 Ravenous Myconid, 1 Uncanny Growth. The upgrades will come later. Testing Sprint seems like a lot of fun. Thorough Inquiry. Here is Spider Thwack. Throw the book at them. Looks just like it did earlier. Okay, Transmogrify. Gabriel Carrillo. Kohaku's Boyfriend. Steady-Handed, Neat, Fine-Tuning, Esoteric Method, Prismatic Spectacles, Confound, Upgraded Microscope, really neat. Ravenous Myconid, we got the 3 upgraded versions. So the one that deals with canceling treacheries. This one is defeating non-elite enemies. This one is the one that takes damage off of other investigators. Cool. We go on to Rogue. We've got Bianca and her enemy version. Blackmail File. British Bulldog. Neat. Fake Credentials. Fox Mask. This one's pretty good. I've been playing this in Monterey Jack. I'd like to try this out. It seems like not as good Faustian Bargain, but what is, right? Bank Job. Cool. Very cool. I like the doubles. Some of them anyway. Not all of them. And Grift. Love this card. Anything that you can just make money off of in a level 0 card, I love. What a mess. What a mess. Let's just get it off camera. Okay, next bunch will be the rest of the rogue cards. I still don't understand this card. I talked about that earlier this week. Stir the Pot level 0. Vamp. Diabolical Luck. Very cool. There's a lot of curse cards outside of purple, so Kwaku can really take a lot of those cards. This is a Rita card because she's on the art and in the text. British Bulldog level 2. Snitch. Man, okay, this is so good, but at least when I've been playing it so far, you kind of have to wait around for the parlay. So I think when I play this with Alessandra, it won't be a problem. Bewitching. Trick to the Plan. Just one copy, since it is exceptional. Dirty Deeds. Vamp. Fake Credentials. Stir the Pot. Okay, Mystic. We've got Cat Mask. Okay, so now this is the limit 1 per deck version of the Rod. And then we get the 5 different Rots. Right, so this is pretty cool. You get to add them onto an enemy if you draw Curse when you use the Rod's ability. If you're not familiar with all this stuff, again, there's a website that has scans of everything already. And if you need to read these, read them elsewhere. But I'm just checking for a number of cards of everything. Then this, yeah, I think this is kind of okay. Olive McBride 2. I'm looking forward to this. I need to play this in gym, regular gym. Okay, so here's the Rod level 2, and there's 2 copies. So this time you get to pick which Rot you want. So instead of it just being a random one when you pull a curse, you get 2 for each curse. You get to take whichever of these you want. Like this one, gives you money. Okay. I'm going to put these all into my binder later, so don't worry about the mess I'm making. This one seems really good. Everyone's excited about using this in Daisy. Then we've got the upgraded Dream Eater spells. These, if you draw a token during the attack or evasion or whatever, goes back to your hand. This seems really good. Okay, then we got 2 copies of Seal the Elders. This is the level 5 card. And then if you do the thing where drawing 2 curses or 2 blesses or both, you get Keeper of the Key or Servant of Brass. So this one lets you discover clues at your location or connecting. This one, draw a curse, you get to deal 1 damage to Servant of Brass and 2 damage to an enemy or connecting location. Matchbox, more Shroud Reduction. Pelt Shipment, Pitchfork, Sparrow Mask, so good. And I like this one a lot too. Elaborate Distraction. Push to the Limit, Stall for Time. We love this art. The art actually has some other stuff on it to the left of Patrice, which is some people who are just like covering their ears. So you wonder like, what is she playing, right? Is she maybe not a good violinist? I love the art here for Longshot, really neat. Hatchet. Persistence, very cool. Devil. So we saw this one a long time ago. I think it was in Polish. And now here's the English translation. Cool. Really good art to get that nice zoomed in for you. Fire Axe, this one is fast compared to the level 0. Hunting Jacket. Mariner's Compass costs 1 less. Ready on Failure. This is neat too. Upgraded Keep Faith just costs 2 less. But if you don't have Innsmouth yet, right? This is good. And this also seems really good. Dark Horse, just 1. Of course, permanent. Limit 1 per deck anyway. Has that weird thing, if you have 2 of the level 0, you can't get this, I think. Or something weird happens. Okay, neutral cards. Eldritch Tongue. For all your parlaying, you can reuse the snitch that's in your discard pile. Bide your time, because you have nothing to do, but next turn you'll get the action back. Don't underestimate this card. We don't have fine clothes in this set, but Well Dressed does a good job if you are at least parlaying sometimes. There's some big scenario tests in a lot of campaigns that make you parlay. I bet you the next campaign is going to have it too. This seems pretty strong, fun. And then we've got a Cult Reliquary, just basically another way to get extra hand slots, which doesn't happen in most classes, but only has to be blessed or cursed asset. There's a lot of those though. And then we've got the last Mask. Yeah, this is basically nothing like the other ones. It's just a Paradoxical Covenant kind of thing, but you get to get the Alder Sign. All right, 4 different weaknesses. They all are kind of the same. I think they're neat. You either reshuffle them back and take damage or horror, or you just are getting the -1 health or sanity and you have to discard the stuff. And they take up slots, right? This one takes a hand slot, body slot, accessory slot, and an arcane slot. So this one, if you get this, I think most investigators don't care about the arcane slots unless they're mystic. Hey, that's it. We have a giant pile of cards. I'm excited to play the campaign and to see how all the new investigators work out. So thank you for watching. We're going to check out the campaign box next week.